Hi guys, welcome back. This is my video about my spiritual walk with the Lord. So back in the last year of middle school and into high school, I met this friend named Amanda. She got me into my walk with the Lord, and so we became friends, and she would take me to her church and all that. Uh, um, that's where I got started. She would come and get me from my parents' house at that time, and she would take me to her church up in Concord. It was First Baptist Church. And we went there for a couple years, and we met, all of her friends in her youth group and all that. We had Bible studies and stuff like that. And years passed where, it got to the point where we were off going to college, and she went off to college, and so I had to find another way to church. So it turns out that my neighbors that lived like 2 houses down from my parents, we go to the same church. So I would just get up on Sunday mornings and go with them. They would come 2 driveways down and pick me up, and we would go to church, and they would drop me off after church was over. We did that for a couple years, and then my boss that was at the amphitheater with me, she started taking me to her church. So we went to the one in Harrisburg, which is the town that I live in now. That was, I can't remember the name of it now, but, little church in Harrisburg, where we went with her and her parents and her sisters and all that. Went there for a couple years, and then me and her went to a different church, which was a non-denominational church, up in Concord, out of a school auditorium, because nowadays churches will spin up and use a school auditorium for their sanctuary. So we would go to that church, and then they built one of their own. But when they built their permanent location, I wasn't getting fed the spiritually fed, sorry. I wasn't getting spiritually fed, and she was off in college at UNC Greensboro, so she wasn't home all the time. Every weekend to go, every weekend. So then again, I had to find another ride to church. So that church got with their congregation and asked if they had anybody that lived in the area that would come and get me and pick me up and take me with them to the church. And so they found this couple named Lonnie and Carol Bateman. Hi guys. That would come every weekend and pick me up and drop me off, and we got really close. They were like my second family at the time, because my family didn't really walk that walk in the spiritual light. So, they were my second family, and um, I was being fed a lot better, so, spiritually that is, sorry. So, we went there to Rocky River, church for 5 to 6, 7 years, and then, he left because of some stupid reason that the church did something or whatever. So, they left, and so not long after that, I left, and I still kept in touch with them. So one weekend, I contacted them, and I was like, "Hey, we're all going to church." And so they came and got me that weekend, and we went to Elevation, which is another non-denominational church. And that was the church I stuck with, and I'm still going to this day. Me and my husband go almost every weekend unless we are working or we just can't get our butts out of bed. But we still watch it on TV. So, we went to Elevation, and that's where I found, I was being fed spiritually more than any other church. So I have stuck with the Elevation Church, since then. Since then, Lonnie and Carol have moved on. They're still my second family, but they have moved on with their life. They go to the mountains every other weekend or something, or they go to the church in the mountains where they spend most of their weekends now. So I have been getting spiritually fed since I was about 15, and that comes to the point where when I met my husband as of now, we had to iron out the details because I wasn't the normal teenager having a disability. It was a little bit different for me to have a normal life where kids were out partying and drinking and having a sex life. So for me, it was a little bit different. So when me and my husband, when me and Jason actually moved in together and started talking about a relationship, I had to tell him that I was still a virgin and that I was following the Bible, what Jesus said, because when I was 15, I decided to give my life to him, and I would follow in his footsteps and be a disciple for him. So I had to talk to Jason about, me being a virgin and living the life as the Bible describes, to live, like, no intercourse until marriage and all this, and, you will be blessed, and all this. So, that is my spiritual walk in a nutshell. If y'all want to know more, just ask questions. See you later.